Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Alright, God in the name of Christ, or in the name of Jesus Christ in the ancient Hebrew. I want to give double honors to our elders at Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to all you brothers out here doing this work in truth and sincerity, the fellow laborers. We're brothers out here in the San Francisco Bay Area camp. I'm Yahweh Call Lineup.
I'm Yariya Allah.
I'm Banaya, Shalom.
I'm Shamar.
Yeah, so just wanted to edify the Obama healthcare plan. As you see, you're looking at this devil, which this devil's about to lead America into World War III. Another thing that's about to start is what's known in the media as Obamacare. Now, through my job, I'm a certified educator on the Obamacare plan. All right, so I just wanted to share some of the information that I have. I'm just going to go through this booklet that I was given, and yeah, just bring out some points and some facts on it, and then we're going to hit a few precepts. All right, so pretty much starting October 1st of this year, there's gonna be the enrollment period for Obamacare, which is known formally as the Patient Care and Protection Act. Yeah, so here in California, like I said, it's going to start October 1st. The mandate is that everyone starting January 1st, 2014, has to have health insurance, and if you don't, you're gonna get a penalty of $95 or 1% of your annual income, whichever is more. All right, which that's wicked. You know, you're forcing somebody to get health care. There's certain people that are into what the so-called white man calls holistic ways of healing, or homeopathic.
Yep.
So they're saying, look, man, I don't even want health insurance. However, he's mandating you gotta have it, and there's four different plans that you can have. You can have a platinum plan, a gold plan, a silver plan, or a bronze plan. So the higher the metal, meaning platinum, dictates that you have a higher premium. At the same time, more is covered under that plan. So 90%, if it's a platinum plan, 90% will be paid by the insurance company, and 10% will be out of pocket or co-payment. 80% is the gold plan, in which 80%, well, I should say the gold plan is 80-20, in which 80% the insurance company pays, and 20% is what the patient pays. The silver plan is 70% insurance company, 30% co-payment or out of pocket when you gotta go and visit the doctor, and the bronze is 60% from the insurance company and 40% out of pocket. Now, what they're estimating is that the majority of people get the health insurance are going to choose the bronze plan, because that's a lower monthly premium. But then if something happens to you, if you actually trust in Esau and you have to go to the doctor, you have to pay more out of pocket, all right, because less will be covered by the insurance company. And I was in the training, and I asked the lady, how are they going to validate that people actually have health insurance? She told me, well, you know what, we're still figuring out how to do that. Brothers know the first thing that popped in my mind, that RFID chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Now, can you get that real quick, brother? All right. Did I bring it out?
This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, and we know that Mark is talking about the RFID chip, what's known as the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification. All right, now it was reported, and it was true, the initial healthcare plan that they wanted to get through, there was a provision that a implantable device would be required. Now the bill that passed, it's not in there, but that doesn't mean that Obama and the elites aren't going to use his healthcare plan to implement the RFID chip, because through the spirit and the way the lady answered, I'm thinking that's how it's going to go down. All right, and there's no coincidence that it's starting October 1st, the enrollment. Now the elder Tazadakba, and some of the brothers in New York, they were bringing out how there's all types of military drills slated for October 1st. October 1st, as you're about to see, is also the start of the financial year. I'm gonna just bring it up just to validate what I said. So a lot of stuff happens October 1st. You brothers remember in 2008 when the financial collapse occurred. It was in October. Why? Because that's the start of the financial year. Here it is on Wikipedia. Fiscal year. I'm gonna go down to the United States. It says the U.S. federal government fiscal year begins on 1st October of the previous calendar year and ends on 30th September of the year with which it is numbered. Yeah, so there you go. First quarter is from October 1st to December 31st. And the second quarter is January 1st to March 31st. And that's how the healthcare enrollment is structured. It starts October 1st and it ends March 31st. So it's set up according to the financial quarters and the financial years. All right. So you can go back to Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and 16.
Right.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah. So no one's going to be able to buy or sell. You're looking at some of it right now. And this is plain. It's not hard to comprehend. It's already in passports. Like they have a picture right here.
Yeah.
It's already in a lot of children. Okay. A lot of people already have it. A lot of officers, policemen in Mexico, they have it. Yeah. Right. A lot of your favorite rappers, they have them. You want to say something, brother?
It's in your phone.
Yeah.
It's in your smartphone.
Yep.
Some cars have it.
Yep. And the Patient Care Protection Act, aka Obamacare, I believe is going to be a catalyst. Okay, a catalyst to push this RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Okay, back to the healthcare plan. Yeah, so like I said, everyone's going to be required. If you have insurance through your employer, if you pay if 9.5% or less of your annual income goes to health insurance, you're required to keep your health insurance. Like, you have to keep it. But then they say if 9.5% or more, or 9.6 or more of your annual income goes to health insurance, then you're eligible for another plan. And so a lot of people, they're complaining about this. They're complaining about this bill, particularly doctors, because there's going to be a lot more competition. Because a lot of people here in California and all around the states are going to be eligible for Medicare. All right, so pretty much free healthcare. So doctors, they're raising their costs due to supply and demand. All right, because right now the people who are locked into the people that are locked into their health insurance, they have to stay with it. You see what I'm saying? If they make a certain amount of money. And so now these doctors, they're saying, well, look, man, there's all these other doctors coming into it, and they're gonna drive down the quality. You get what I'm saying? So these doctors are using that as an excuse to boost it up, saying, okay, well, look, this is high quality healthcare, so you're gonna have to pay more, because now there's gonna be doctors all around, and they don't have the same expertise as me. And so a lot of these Edomites, particularly, they're complaining about that. Let me see what else. Let me look at the book.
If I may speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the Rockefeller Medical Institute, they run the whole healthcare industry.
Yep.
And that's when Rockefeller introduced allopathic remedies and drugs and severe surgeries. He's the one that infiltrated the whole healthcare industry, because they don't make money selling herbs or growing herbs. They make money selling drugs, because then they get the patient hooked on the drug, and the patient has to go to them, their pharmacy, which is another word for witchcraft, to get the drug and pay for it.
Yep. Yeah. So yes. So the requirements for having health insurance and then getting involved with Covered California, which Covered California, that's a marketplace to get health insurance, meaning they're going to broker all Californians. They're going to act as a broker with all Californians in order to get health insurance. So you go to them and they set you up with either Blue Shield or Kaiser, so on and so forth, these different insurance companies. So yeah, you got to be a citizen of the United States. You can't be incarcerated, and you got to be a resident. All right, so those are the requirements. And they got different things for small businesses. All right, which really that's a joke, because you get tax credits, but it's only if you have 10 or less employees. So that's something Obama put in to try to say, oh, we're stimulating the economy for small businesses and everything like that. But that it's all a joke, man. Yeah, and then with the penalties, by the third year in 2016, they're gonna give you. Well, I'm gonna just read it. For the penalty for not having insurance, 2014, 1%, like I said, 95 per adult and $47.50 per child, up to $285 for a family. 2015, 2% of the family income, $325 per adult and $162.50 per child, up to $975 for a family. 2016 and beyond, 2.5% percentage of family income, $695 per adult and $347.50 per child, up to $2,085 for a family. Now look, people always like to talk about the founding fathers of America. What was their rallying cry? No taxation without representation. They were protesting the Stamp Act and these different acts. So that's when things get in the uproar, when you're taking money out of people's pockets. All right, can you give me Isaiah the 10th chapter?
Okay, got it.
All right, let me pull it up. All right, brother, go ahead.
Isaiah 10 verse 1.
Right.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right, and the Patient Care Protection Act, or otherwise known as Obamacare, that's an unrighteous decree. All right, because hey, that's a heavy fine just for not having health insurance. All right, we're gonna get to scriptures. The Most High, He created medicine out of the earth. You don't need to go to these goddamn devils, man. All right, keep going.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and this is going to be a grievous thing to a lot of families. All right, and that's particularly if we get to 2016, which Auto on Ratazah, we don't. There's no way I see us getting to 2016. All right, the way things are going now, hey, I'd be surprised if all hell isn't broken loose by October, November. Okay. All right, hey, Shamar, do you have a precept?
Yeah, kind of. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15.
Right.
The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Yeah, read that again.
The simple man believeth every word.
Right, it says the simple believeth every word. All right, keep going.
But the prudent man looketh well to his going.
But the prudent man looketh well to his going. Exactly, because a lot of people, they're just going with what they hear about Obamacare. All right, they're not doing any investigation into it. All right, they're saying, "Oh, good, that's good." Okay, because if you're just a simple person in the world, you think, "Well, yeah, of course, that's beautiful. Everybody has health insurance. There's people getting sick." But really, He's giving you a fine in the event that you don't have it. All right, that still doesn't mean that you're not going to pay out the ass. All right, even if you do have health insurance if something goes wrong. All right, because a lot of people, if you're not eligible for Medicare, however you're poor, you're gonna have to get a bronze plan or a silver plan, and then in that case, you would still have to pay a high premium. All right. Okay, now looking through some more of this. Yeah, there's a whole lot of information in here, and all you brothers. If you have any questions, you can just inbox and I can give you specific details. Yeah, there's some facts on the law. It was signed into law March 23rd, and they say it creates a competitive market for health insurance. It establishes rules regarding insurance plans, pricing of insurance, so on and so forth. Yeah, cost sharing benefits. which is supposed to be for low and moderate income people. Which again, that's why a lot of these Edomites, these affluent Edomites, they're mad. All right, because what it's doing is it's driving down the cost for everyone else, but it's driving down the cost for everybody else, but it's driving their costs up because they're locked into their insurance because they make too much money. So that's why people are calling it socialism and everything like that. But it's good, you know. It's good that you crackers you catching hell, man. All right, that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which they're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be dealing with that anyways. For our people that do, it's good. All right, they're getting a break, and you Edomites, man, you're not. All right, that's why they're so goddamn mad. Yeah, let me see what else. You brothers want to say something? Go ahead, sweet.
I got precept.
Okay.
Job 13:4.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
That's right. It's talking about these so-called doctors because yeah, you get the health insurance, but you go in there, you get a vaccine, and you get extra 6-7 demons on you, man. You're trying to get the one off, but you got them added on. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of this that's pretty much.
I had a precept.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
Right, the hope of salvation, not hope of Obama. Okay, because that was his rallying cry when he initially came in 2008. All right, hope and everything. All right, you gotta, and then starting at verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep, but let us watch. So you gotta watch for things like this. You gotta watch for Obamacare. Okay, because a lot of this is gonna have a great financial impact on everybody. All right, it's gonna put a strain on the so-called middle class, the upper middle class. Like I said, that's why they're the most in uproar, okay? Because I have to call people, talk to them about it. And when I call Edomite, man, they know a lot about the bill. They're trying to they telling me stuff that I know, and they're complaining about it. Oh, that goddamn Obamacare. So this is something else that's gonna be a flare up to these race riots, man. I hear it all the time, 5 days out the week. Okay. Yeah, and then there's certain folks, if you're under 30, you're going to be eligible for minimal essential coverage, which that's 50-50, 50% insurance company, 50% out of pocket. Yeah, but I mean, just for purposes of the Akim, in relation to how this is going to affect prophecies, or we're not affect prophecies. How it ties into the prophecies, all right? How it's a build up to these prophecies being fulfilled. The biggest thing is these tax penalties, okay? Because that's gonna lead to protests, people losing more of their wealth, okay, more of their income. Yep. And Gad doesn't have. The only people that don't have to get it are Gadites. Okay, they're excluded from having to get health insurance. Right, but everyone else has to get it. Try to throw that out there. You can get Sirach the.
That's gonna make Esau more mad at Gad.
Yeah. Oh, when I was in the training, you had this fucking straight sodomite Edomite. He was upset, man. How come the Indians don't have to? Here it is, you done butchered our people. Yeah. You did all types of wickedness. And then one little break, well, in your eyes, a break that Gad's getting. You got a problem with that, man?
This guy's the devil.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so what they're offering is premium assistance, which that's how a lot of Jakes are going to get a so-called affordable health care. All right, because the insurance company, they have a rate monthly, and then the government, they give a premium assistance. And so if your income goes up, the premium assistance will go down. Again, that's why these Edomites are in an uproar. because they're paying more hefty for the insurance, because the doctors, they're using this as a way to justify them jacking up the costs. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna read a little bit on this article. This is dated August 30th. That's 2 days ago. It's from NBC News. As health costs rise, some companies blame Obamacare. Some businesses are making a scapegoat of Obamacare, blaming the president's extensive health reform for cuts that hurt workers. They argue that reform mandates have forced them to cut benefits or reduce eligibility, even as workers pay more for coverage, because it's mandated that at least like 50% has to be paid by the employer. All right, if you get health insurance by the employer. So what these employers are doing, they're cutting their hours to part-time hours so they don't have to pay them health insurance. That's why you see a lot of people now, they just working 20 to 25 hour jobs. I mean, they might have 2 of them, all right, just to get their previous income that they had when they were working a full-time job. It's real shifty, man. These corporations, they're grimy. You gonna say something, brother?
Yeah, when you're talking about people gotta do 2 part-time jobs just to make a good payment.
Yep.
I seen on the news one time when I had walked in the room, there was a chick on there. She was saying how it's nothing but part-time jobs and complaining about the economy. But she said she had 3 jobs and she still couldn't afford to pay all her bills.
Yep. But see, under this Obamacare, she might not be at 138% of the federal poverty level, because that's how it's determined. There's 3 different ways for you to get health insurance. So if you're at 138% or below the federal poverty level, you're eligible for Medicaid. But if you're between 138 and 249%, you'll be eligible for a plan, but you still have to pay. And for one person, that poverty level, that threshold is from nothing to 15,900. So look, she could be making 16,500 a year. You know what I'm saying? Just by herself. She got her car note. She got car insurance, everything like that. You know, rent is expensive. Hey, the rent is too damn high. That's one dude said. The one Jake said from New York. All right, but then she's still gonna have to pay insurance. All right, so that's gonna be even more. She's gonna be mandated to, because if it's not, she's gonna have to pay she's gonna have to just pay a fine, man. Going back, that's why the scripture says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." Okay, that is an unrighteous decree. Forces somebody to get health insurance when they don't even fucking want it. Yeah, here I'll read a little bit more on it. Yeah, so if you're at or below, like I said, the poverty level at 138% of the federal poverty level, you're gonna get Medi-Cal. If you're between 139% and 250% of the federal poverty level, you can get assistance and you can get benefits, but you still gotta pay. And like I said, that's from like 16,000 to 30,000. No, not even 30,000, 24,000. All right, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so the more you make, the more you're gonna have to pay. Going back to this, but not all companies are playing the blame game or passing on higher costs to workers. Some big names such as Starbucks and Walmart are trumpeting the benefits they offer employees. I'm gonna just jump around. Delta. I'll go here. Since the Affordable Care Act requires employers to provide affordable coverage, like I said, affordable coverage is 9.5% and less and below of someone's annual income, which that's still fucking high, man. That's almost 10% of everything you may go to health insurance, man. That's tights, you know. So what you supposed to be paying in tights, you pay the goddamn devil to put demons on you through his medicine. All right. We believe your spouse should be covered by their own employer, the UPS memo said. Delta Airlines too has pointed the finger at Obamacare, charging it will cost the company an extra $100 million in 2014. It's like I said, these insurance companies, they're gonna have to cash out. They gotta pay half of the expenses, all right, half of the plan. In a letter to Obama administration officials, Robert Kite, and that's if they're full-time employees, all right. In a letter to Obama administration officials, Robert Kite Delta's senior vice president for global human resources said part of that is normal medical inflation and the phase-out of an assistance program tied to the healthcare law, but a large proportion comes from various fees and costs associated with the implementation of the healthcare law, he wrote. For example, an annual fee of $63 per covered participant would cost Delta, with about 160,000 enrolled active and retired employees and their family members, more than $10 million in 2014, Kite noted. Yeah, so they're charging these companies $63 just to enroll, just to get them enrolled in the plan. You know, he's always got to get an extra tax, man. That's unnecessary. All right. Yeah. So, the business is not the only sector hit by the healthcare reform. The University of Virginia said it would no longer provide spousal coverage. The university also blamed the cost of healthcare reforms as a reason for its decision. Provisions of the Federal Affordable Care Act are projected to add $7.3 million to the cost of the university health plan in 2014 alone, it said in a statement. Costs were going up by such a high amount anyway. The Affordable Care Act costs are just icing on the cake, she said. Most companies, even if they were to repeal this legislation tomorrow, would still have this cost problem. Here you go, right here. Convenience and gas station company Cumberland Gulf Group told its 3,200 part-time workers that if they wanted to work 32 hours or more a week, they would be reclassified as full-time workers and be eligible for benefits, including vacation and health insurance. This is going to be a differentiator for us in our recruitment process, said Scott Thompson, Vice President of Total Rewards and HR Technology. We'll be able to access a higher quality of candidate and hang on to them longer. Thompson said the company expected about 1,200 workers to switch to full-time. He estimated about half of those were probably covered under a spousal's or other health care plan, and the other half will probably join the company's health insurance. It is an expense. We're going to spend more money on health care than we've ever spent, Thompson said, estimating that the cost would be in the millions of dollars. But he said it would be worth it to have lower turnover and better trained workers. If we do that, the profitability will come along with it. So this guy, he's for it, but you see, the majority of these companies, they're against it. All right. You have anything else?
Yeah.
All right. What you got?
Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you're supposed to trust in the Most High to heal you, okay? Overall. Get that in Sirach, the 38th chapter, because people are trusting in Obama. And that's why they're calling it Obamacare. They're looking at this as a savior, all right? And here it is, these people are still eating all types of abominations that are against the dietary law. All right? You got a lot of homosexuals, okay? Lesbians. They're pumped about this, all right? Because under this new bill, you're not supposed to, the insurance companies are not supposed to discriminate according to prior health conditions and sexual orientation. Because as it is now, these faggots and these lesbians, they have higher premiums because you're at a higher risk to be diseased because that's unnatural. Okay. Now you got that in Sirach?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sirach, chapter 38, verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king.
Keep going.
The skill of the physician shall lift up his head.
Right, and those aren't physicians, those are doctors, which when you doctor something, you falsify it. That's what doctor actually means. Alright, keep going.
And in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration.
Keep going.
The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth.
Yep. And
he that is wise will not abhor them.
He that is wise will not abhor them. And that means what? The majority of these people, they say there's 5.3 Californians that are uninsured. That's just in California. Okay? I believe it's excess of 30 to 50 million people, not worldwide, nationwide, that aren't insured. Okay? If not more. You know, they're not wise. They're unwise because they're looking at this as beautiful. I can get a cheaper medicine now. I talked to a lot of people there, you know, asking me, well, what's this going to do with my medicine costs, and you know, if I wanted glasses, so on and so forth. I'm not trusting in the Heavenly Father. They're trusting in the so-called white man, right? And they just wanted to bring out some of the information. That's a lot of the other stuff is in here. It's a big ass book. All right, you brothers can't see it because we just have the audio and recording the screen. But yeah, it's a big ass book. It's probably 300 pages in here. So I'm not gonna go through every little thing. That's some of the more that's some of the most pertinent information. Yeah, if brothers have any questions, like I said, you can inbox me. And they have the equivalent of this, the company that I'm educated for, that I'm a certified educator for. They have the equivalent everywhere in every state. All right, so you brothers can look up the divisions in your state. Yeah, man, this is gonna be this could be a catalyst for the RFID chip, and it's definitely gonna be a point of contention. All right, it's a point of contention right now, and it hasn't even taken effect. All right, so brothers got anything else?
Quick research.
Okay, yeah, bring it out.
This is Isaiah 30:1.
Right. You gotta bring it out, brother.
All right. Well, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Right. They're trusting Obamacare. They're not asking the prophets that are right in your face. All right, every week in and week out. All right, telling you about the dietary law, telling you about herbs out of the earth that can heal you according to the scriptures. Okay, edifying you. All right, because we're the Most High's mouthpiece. Okay. But you're going on to Egypt, which Egypt is bondage. Okay. This place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, pertaining to Revelation, the 11th chapter. So our people are trusting in this society, trusting in these different programs that the so-called white man has set up. And Obamacare, or the Patient Protection Care Act, that's just one instance. Okay, keep going.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Right, who's the modern Pharaoh? All right, old drama. Okay. Right, so yeah, you're putting all your strength, all your might into him and this healthcare plan. Man, there's a lot of people that's pumped about this, man. They are really excited that they can finally have affordable healthcare. And who knows, man? They might have you take a vaccine or something to as a requirement to getting it. Could just put that RFID chip. Ain't nothing free in America, all right? If you ain't learned that by now, something's wrong with you, okay? There's always a catch with this so-called white man, all right? Keep going.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion.
Right, and these people's gonna be confused, man, when you're still having to pay out the ass for health insurance. But wait a second, I thought this was going to be free. A lot of people think this healthcare is going to be free. It's going to be free healthcare. Dummies. No, that's not how it works. You got to be very impoverished to receive the Medi-Cal, all right? You're still going to have to pay. Hey, and if the RFID chip is indeed implemented to keep track of you having health insurance, you're gonna have to pay with your life, man. Because if you get that RFID chip, you're gonna die. All right. You got something, brother?
Oh yeah, what you just saying.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and the body in hell.
Right, yeah, so you gotta fear the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, alright? You gotta put your trust in him. Okay, so yeah, with that, again, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Our double honors to our elders, our great millstone, and honors to all you brothers. Hope brothers were edified. Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.